Hello students, welcome back. Class 12. Today I am discussing our IP sample question paper discussion. I want to discuss. Okay, so you can see in class 12 informatic practices 065, this is our subject code, and sample question paper. Okay, you can see my hand tool, mouse hand tool, 2020 and 21, this is our revised syllabus. According to revised syllabus, so 70 marks paper. Okay, time 3 hours. Okay, general instructions. This question paper contains two parts, A and B. Each part is compulsory. Both part A and part B have choices. Okay, part A have two sections. Okay, part A has two sections. Section 1 is short answer questions. Okay, in part A, short question answers to be answered in one word or one line. But in part A, second section have two case studies questions. Each case study has 4 case based subparts, and examee is to be attempt any 4 out of 5 subparts. Okay, so here is some options. Part B is completely descriptive paper. Okay, or in part B 3 section. In part B section first is short answer question of 2 marks. Each is which 2 question have internal options. Again internal option. In part second 2 is long answer question of 3 marks. Each in which 2 section have internal options, and in section third is very long answer questions of 5 marks, and in which 1 question have and internal options. Okay, so in part B 3 sections, and each section have some kind of options facilities. Okay, so you can see, but part A is a short answer, part B is our descriptive. Okay, so here I am discussing the questions, the level of questions and complexity of questions. So this type of question in this pattern will ask in our board examination. Okay, so in section 1 means part A section 1, so attempt any 15 questions from 1 to 21. Okay, so you have 21 question in section 1 and you will have to attempt 15 questions. Okay students, so here I am explaining one by one complete question paper. So state whether true or false. Okay, a copyright is automatically granted to author or creator of content. Yes, this is true. Okay, so copyright this is a special right and it is granted by creator. Okay, this is true. In force means free and open source software. So source code is usually hidden from users? No, because free and open source software, so source code is mostly freely available to the users. So it is not hidden from only proprietary software will hide. Okay, but in free and open source mostly we will get the source code, so it is completely false. Okay, so you can see this is 1 mark question. Okay students, now second question is very simple. Fill in the blanks. The command should give a heading of to a graph. So in graph we already discussed plt.title. Okay, plt.title we can use to give a chart title. Okay, 1 mark for correct question. Okay students, now next question is this is our round function. So here you can see 49.88, so 0.88, so this is above 0.50. okay, 0.88 is above 0.50 means above half value, so we will round this value, so simply we can 50. Okay, simply this output is 50. Okay, now next question is given a panda series called sequences, the command which will display the 4 rows. So starting 4 rows, so we simply know print sequence dot head, okay, and bracket 4. So you can see sequence dot head in bracket 4, because this is the head function we can use in lowercase. Okay, so keep in mind this structure and syntax especially exactly. So head function we can use, head is a small letter, and 4 we will mention because we want only 4 starting rows. So this question is very simple. Okay students, and this is our two series S1 and S2. S1 have some values 10, 40, 34 and 16, and S2 have some values 80, 20, 74 and 90. Okay, but I want to sum 10 plus 80, 40 plus 20, 34 plus 74 and 60 plus 90. Okay, two separate series. So what is the command we can use? So we can directly use S1 plus S2. So we can use our vector style we can use. We can also use S1 dot add, okay, in bracket we can write S2. Okay, so we can also use this style directly. We can use just like a arithmetic operation, S1 plus S2. So 10 plus 80, 90, 40 plus 20, 60, 34 plus 74. So it will give the result, and 60 plus 90, 150 you will get. So element by element it will sum. Okay, so here there is no need to use loop and access each element and sum. We can directly use arithmetic expression. Okay, because this panda series provide directly a vector operation, so we can use. Okay, now next question is, using Python matplot can be used to count how many values fall in each interval. So each interval concept only available in our each interval, or we can say beans, or we can say category. So beans, interval or categorize we can use in our histogram chart only. So histogram, this is our answer. So these are our short answer questions. Okay. Now next question is, to prevent from unauthorized accessing to and from network. So this question we know very well. Firewall we always use. Firewall for only for responsible for to prevent from unauthorized accessing to and from the network. A system is can be implemented by hardware. Firewall may be hardware or software. Okay, it can be hardware or software. Firewall. Okay, students. Now next short question. So you can understand this type of questions, this type of complexity level you will face in 12th board examination. But here good thing is here in two parts, part A and part B. Part have two sections and part B have three sections. So in each section have optional. You can attempt any questions according to your choice. So this is a very good thing. Okay. Now here next question is, in a data frame X is 1. So we know very well. Okay, data frame means just like a simple table. Simple table have two things, rows and columns. Okay, so rows we can use X is 0 always and X is 1 for columns. Okay, so this is a fixed thing. So we can say in X is 1 always represent column. Okay, always represent column. So you keep in mind, and X is 1 0 always represent rows in a table, or we can say in a data frame. Okay, next question is very simple. Which of the following is not a network topology? So star, mesh, tree, bus, we know very well. Bug is another thing. So we can say bug is not a network topology. Bug, it is a we can say it is related to error terminology. Okay, to find out to get a error in a program, so we can say this is a bug. To find a small error, so we can say this is a bug. Okay, and debugging, we can say to find out bug and rectify this bug, so we can say debugging. Okay, so bug related to our programming error terminology. Okay students, so next thing is I want to discuss okay, for web pages. Okay, this in 10th class we already discussed dynamic page and static web page. So you can see for web pages where the information is changed frequently, for example stock prices, weather information, and which out of the following option would you advise? Static web page and dynamic web page. So you can see the nature of stock prices and weather information continuously. This website will update continuously, this information will update, so continuously change. So we can say the nature of this website is dynamically updated, regularly updated. So we can say this is our dynamic web page. Okay, so we can say this refer to dynamic web page. Now the AVG function we know very well. Okay, this is our average for calculation. So because this related to aggregate function, because sum, max, mean, count and average, after calculation we will, because it requires a set of value and finally it will give a single value, so it related to aggregate. So we can say this is a aggregate function of SQL. So aggregate function is okay students. So you can see in this sample paper you can observe there are some MCQ type questions, some fill-in type questions, some true false type questions, and one word type questions you will face. Okay students. Now next question is the practice of talking someone else work or idea, passing them off as with one's own is known as, so we can say this is called a plagiarism. This is called a plagiarism, means someone stolen the idea and copy the idea. Okay, so we can say this is belong to plagiarism. Okay, so we can use so plagiarism is a terminology when someone stolen the another idea and copy, or we can say copy and paste. Okay, now next thing is in pandas the function used to check for null values in a data frame. So which function is responsible? So simple, we can use is null function. Okay, so keep in mind is null function is responsible for pandas empty values in a pandas table. Okay, now simple thing is the next question is I can keep your sign in, I can remember your site reference, I can give you locally relevant content. Okay, so who am I? So we can say this is a text based small file. When you use username, ID or password, remember my password. So this kind of information automatically saved in your client computer. So we can say this is a cookies. Okay, so cookies is a text based file and always reside in a client computer. And when you use internet or surfing a website, so sign in information directly fit in our username and password, because this information already stored in our computer. So this file we can say cookies. Okay, now next thing is very simple, which among the almost is not an example of browser. So this is very GK type question. Chrome, Firefox and Edge. Okay, so Edge, this is our new browser, but Avast we know very well. Avast is a antivirus software. Avast is a antivirus software. So this is not a browser. Okay students, now next question is a mail or message sent to large number of people indiscriminately without their consent is called, means we can say unwanted mail, junk mail. So okay, so spam mail we can understand, this is called spam mail, means unwanted mail or junk mail. Okay, because it will create problem, because our original mail will not we will get in timely, because other advertisement mails and other unwanted mail always fill our inbox, so it will create a very hectic situation. So we can say spam mail. Okay, so now students, next thing is you can see. Okay, so here is some interesting question. According to the survey, one of the major Asian countries generate approximately about 2 million tons of electronic waste per year. Only 1.5% of total e-waste get recycled. Suggest a method to manage e-waste. So e-waste we already discussed in our notes. Okay, so any kind of 2 point you can write, or you can also write on your our IQ level. You can use your IQ and you can write in your own words. Okay, so this is not a standard answer. You can use your IQ and day to day your observation you can write. Simple, we can write buy environmentally friendly eco electronics, or donate, or another solution is we can donate used electronic to social programs, or we can reuse or refurbish electronics. Okay, this thing is very important. Reuse and refurbish means, suppose you have a laptop and you can sell your laptop. Okay, recycling e-waste. Okay, recycling is a common factor. Okay, so you can write any of these to control our e-waste. Okay, now next question is, the command can be used to make changes in the rows of a table in SQL. So which command is responsible? So when you want to change the actual data, actual information, so we can use update command. Okay, so we can use update command. Okay students, now next thing is write the SQL command that will display the current date and time. So we can use now function. Okay, so select now function, and sys date function also available. Okay, we can use sys date, or we can also use now function to show the current date, current time and date. Okay, now network device, now intelligent hub. So intelligent hub, we can understand switch, because switch is used to connect the various hub. But now a switch have capability to directly connect computers, or we can also attach a various kind of hub. So we can say this is intelligent device. Okay, because this will not replicate the data. Okay, because switch know very well where to data come from, and actually where to directly send, who will receive the data. Okay, but in hub, simple hub will always broadcast the data, so always make another copies, unnecessary copies. Okay, so every computer will always know who has sent the data, but in switch, a switch know where to data come from and where to actually send, who will receive actually. So switch will not make extra copies. Okay, it will not broadcast. So we can say this is our intelligent hub, and this is also a networking device. Okay students, now this thing again repeat. Okay, so receiving irrelevant or unwanted mail or junk mails we already discussed repetitively. So we can say spam mail or spamming. The activity we can say spam mail or spamming. Okay students, so and part second. Okay, so this is our part second. So part second we will discuss later. Okay, so and a small portion I will discuss one by one. Okay, so you can see this type of complexity level, and this type of question will ask in our board examination. So section second we will discuss in our next class. Okay students, thank you so much.